So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There is an expectant air here in North London, the Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious inhabitants. Up to 60,000 here, expecting the team to meet their expectation. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams...
Mbappe! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Takes a shot! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Somewhat off target. Chouameni. Vinicius Junior. It's a goal kick. No, he's not going to get any further than that. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Rodrigo, foot in, Bellingham with the foul. Rodrigo. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first. The more he was going to be swamped.
And he cuts out the supply. Mbappe. Valverde. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well timed, excellent interception. Chouameni. Now Eder Militao. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, chance for a shot! There it is! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Good ball, good take. That is a great pick out. Now, oh, a gilt-edged shot, and the finish! And he hits the net, and they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe.
Goes for a shot! Valverde. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. And it's Camavinga looking to pass their way up the pitch. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game.
2 added minutes has been
Carvajal tries to clear. Rudiger. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Reflections on the first half?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And the shot! And that's a sharp finish. It is an explosive start to the second half. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from
Chance! And here's Mbappe. Eder Militao does well to get it back. Over to the right flank. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Mbappe, and can he finish? He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Eder Militao cuts out the pass. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And here's Mbappe. Decent chance! Camavinga can get it clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Valverde. That's going to go a long way. And that's been won straight back. Might be danger here. And he shoots! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Bellingham has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. He's in a great position here. Half an hour gone in the second half. And here's Rodrigo. He's being urged to shoot. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Tchouaméni. Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. For Valverde. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. And it's Bellingham. And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Madrid have their third corner. And it's been taken short. Five minutes left on the clock. Lovely feet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And a chance! And that's a good finish. And what a climax we have here! That was a given. It always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Madrid give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. The final seconds now. Little doubt, that is a foul. Tchouaméni has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
The scenery unmistakable, the atmosphere unbeatable, the noise irrepressible. Old Trafford again delivers. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But shot a goal! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So, a breakthrough already. Bellingham. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Havertz. Rice. Now it's Odegaard. Havertz. And he's in on goal. There's the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Tchouaméni. Valverde. Rodrigo. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he thumps it clear. But that has not gone well. Now it's Havertz. Valverde. That's destined for the flank.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Short changes him with that pass. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Goes for goal! And that is wildly off target.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Just eases him off the ball. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice is in a really good position out wide. And it's Odegaard. Oh, that's neat. Valverde wins the duel this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking tidy in possession here. And the shot! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Vinicius Junior. It's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Odegaard. It's a pretty loose pass. This looks promising. Gyökeres. That's a little off target. Nicely spread.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Tchouaméni cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could...
Gyökeres! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Havertz has got himself a free kick. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? And here's Odegaard. Can he finish? And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Camavinga. Pass somewhat off target. Saka. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Zubimendi. Can he spark a counter here? Camavinga concedes a free kick for that. Saliba. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Havertz. Oh, he's burst through. Rudiger deals with that comfortably. Played out to the left flank.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bellingham. And it's Tchouaméni. Gyökeres. And it's Ødegaard. Camavinga.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
This is a promising build-up. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. He's got away. And he's heaved it away. That's it, 45 minutes up. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Rudiger. It's Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. For Valverde. And it's Bellingham. Lovely ball and a chance! It's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Oh, that's... goes for a shot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Now it's Havertz. Now this could be a chance. He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Delivers with whip. That's a decent clearance. It's anyone's ball now. Chance! chance. And he's gone backward here.
Madrid really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's Valverde. Bellingham. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Cross it. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Takes a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Odegaard. Rodrigo. It's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Rudiger. Valverde. Eder Militao calmly anticipates. And here's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Tchouaméni. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's having a hit!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rudiger. And Alexander-Arnold. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Odegaard has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
Now it's Rice. Knocks it into space. Gyökeres. He tries a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh no, this does not look good. Alexander-Arnold has created one goal already. Can he get on the end of this? Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Camavinga tries to clear. And there goes the final whistle. Madrid were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
So all eyes on HA9, this famous stadium, still very much the venue historically for football globally. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, Marmoush! That's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, in these days of inverted...
Chance for a shot! Off the post!
Vardiol.
Gets it away. Ruben Dias.
Lewis.
Rodri. And this is Marmoush. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Yamal. He has found the way through. Oh, easy pickings there.
Vardiol.
Yehi. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Koundé. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Ferran Torres. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Ferran Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Reinders.
Manchester are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Rashford. He's in a great position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Reinders. Pedri. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, good climb!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Koundé. Yamal. De Jong. Now, can they get him away? Look at the space. It's Rashford! Outstanding by Rashford! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Koundé, Yamal, and it's De Jong. This is a promising build-up. Ferran Torres, shot at goal! Relentless, just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Yamal. Now it's Rashford. That's been slipped through. Rafinha. Good ball, good take. Header! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Barcelona are having a ball here. Yamal, nicely shaped ball. Dink through. Donnarumma tries to clear. Wriggles his way through, and he's managed to get free. Ferran Torres wants to run onto this.
2 added minutes
Lovely
has been
feet.
indicated.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Marmoush. Marmoush powering forward here. Pass somewhat off target. Ferran Torres is onto it in a flash. Now this could be a chance. And the referee has blown for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back on the way. 45 minutes to Rashford! Oh, what have we... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Has another go! That's good play. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lewis. Couldn't squeeze it through. Has a look and plays it forward.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's got away from it. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Doku. That is ended up in no man's land. Ferran Torres. Doku. Reinders. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Ferran Torres. He's shifting through the gears here. Decent chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, that is our chance! And yes, it's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Pedri. He's on it, can he get away? And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Rafinha. De Jong. Rafinha. Driving on and making good progress. Doku. Rodri. So what can they make of this? Great vision. Not the most accurate pass. Quality ball. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Eric Garcia.
Pedri. For Ferran Torres. Succumbs to the pressure. Reinders.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Ferran Torres. He's picked his way through. Donnarumma claims comfortable. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Guardiola.
Gehi gets across to intercept that. He's got away. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Guardiola.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland spread it left. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Shot could be on. And here's Haaland. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. De Jong. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Marmoush. That pass just didn't quite work. Koundé. Yamal.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Marmoush. Great defending, strong and
There
determined.
will be 1 minute added time.
Goes for a shot! It's a goal! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable impact. And that will be the final act. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and...